the exiled Voyager. I am terrestrial by origin, yet my story spans generations and galaxies. But before I tell you of my own tale, I must share the story of my predecessor, a figure whose name is spoken of only in whispers, a tale from a time when destiny carried him far from home. His name was Zardof, native from Armak, and this is his story. Armak, a planet beacon of peace, knowledge, and wisdom, flourished in its pursuit of enlightenment. While its twin Galaxy advanced in ambition and conquest for generations, the two civilizations balanced each other until the ambitions of Galaxy shattered that balance forever. Two advanced civilizations shared a star system, Armak and Galaxy. Armak was known for its philosophical wisdom and dedication to peaceful coexistence, while Galaxy embraced a culture of strength, ambition, and conquest. Despite their differences, the two planets had long maintained a cautious peace, trading resources and technology across the vast expanse that separated them. However, subtle tensions have been brewing for years. Recently, Galaxy's demands for access to Armak's most advanced technologies had grown more assertive, clashing with Armak's principles of peaceful sharing. These demands led to a diplomatic summit, held in a vast, ornate chamber aboard a neutral space station orbiting their shared sun.
We welcome you to this meeting. Ambassador Varric of Galaxy began Ambassador Thaler of Armak, her voice calm, but her eyes watchful. Our people wish for continued peace, and I hope today we can address your concerns. Varric, the Galaxian ambassador, was tall and imposing, with a slight smirk that betrayed his confidence. He clasped his hands together and leaned forward. Peace, Ambassador Thaler, is an ideal we hold as well. However, my people believe peace is best maintained by strength. Galaxy has noticed gaps in Armak's military capabilities, which you've chosen to keep minimal. Thalera smiled politely. Ambassador Varric, we have no intention of arming ourselves for a conflict we do not foresee. Our advancements are focused on sciences, medicine, and philosophical pursuits. Armak has no need for warfare. A flicker of irritation crossed Varric's face. That's exactly what worries us, Ambassador. Your unwillingness to defend yourselves puts the entire sector at risk. Galaxy cannot, in good conscience, leave its security in the hands of a neighboring civilization that lacks the fortitude to protect its own people. Ambassador Thalera's gaze hardened. Are you suggesting, Ambassador, that our peaceful approach to coexistence somehow threatens you? Peace, Thalera, is merely a pause before the inevitable, Varric replied, his tone dismissive. You focused your energies on ideals, while we have focused on securing our future. Galaxy seeks assurances, an alliance if you will. Grant us access to your technological advancements, and we will ensure the safety of both our worlds. Thalera's voice remained calm, though the tension was evident. With respect, Ambassador Varric, sharing our technology under duress is not an alliance, it is subjugation. At this, Varric's patience seemed to wane. Subjugation. I offer your people a chance to live under the protection of Galaxy. If you refuse, we may be forced to take alternative measures. Thalera took a deep breath, steadying herself. Is this truly how you envision peace, Varric? A protection achieved through threats. Varric's smirk returned. Peace is fragile, Ambassador. The Galaxy respects those who seize it by force, not those who wait for it to be given freely.
As the meeting drew to a close, it was clear that neither side had found common ground. The diplomats parted ways, each returning to their home worlds with a sense of foreboding. In Armak's capital, Zardof and his fellow engineers received the news of the failed negotiations. It's as we feared, Thalera reported to Zardof upon her return. Galaxy wants dominance, not partnership. They will take what they want, by force if necessary. Zarduf nodded gravely. So the question remains, will Armak prepare for war, or will we let them take what they want? Thalera hesitated. Our values, Zarduf, they mean more to us than survival. But if we are forced to defend ourselves, Zarduf placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. We'll be ready. Armak had long coexisted peacefully with its neighboring planet, Galliux. The two planets shared a star system and had, at one time, even exchanged diplomatic missions and technology. However, while Armak valued peace and mutual growth, Galliux saw itself as a conqueror. Its society prided itself on strength, and its leaders were ambitious, viewing expansion as their right. In the pristine capital of Armak, Zarduf stood on a towering platform, overlooking a serene cityscape. Domed buildings sparkled in the sunlight, and lush parks stretched out as far as he could see. Yet, as he gazed toward the distant stars, an uneasy thought weighed on him.
You look troubled. Has the Council's message unsettled you?
Galliux seeks more than friendship now. Our ideals are incompatible. We stand for peace. They crave dominance. They demand access to our technology for their own aims. I fear war.
War with Galliux is inevitable, then. We cannot betray our values to appease them. Our very identity is at stake.
Tensions grew. Soon, Galliux began to seize resources and probe Armak's defenses, pushing the boundaries until the peace shattered. The people of Armak, pacifists by nature, scrambled to mount defenses as attacks from Galliux escalated. Zarduf found himself part of the effort, helping develop defensive measures. His small spaceship, once designed to transport goods and scientific equipment, was outfitted with weapons, an ironic twist he could hardly stomach.
The city. Galliux forces have breached the capital.
Until without further consideration, the interplanetary war between these two brother planets exploded. Although Armak had very advanced technology and weaponry as we already know, he never managed to have that conquering and sailing desire that his twin Galliux had. It would be a war that not only would end with a civilization, but with an entire planetary system, and all in the name of a galactic conquest.
Zarduf, can you hear me? I'm in Armak, and I won't be able to leave the planet. The battle is brutal both on the ground and in outer space. Where are you?
Lasana, you are alive. How are you feeling? Please have faith. I am heading to Armak. At this moment, I am in a distant sector, but I know that I will arrive on time. Prepare yourself.
No. Zarduf, don't do it. It makes no sense. Armak is doomed. And with him all of us and the other planets in the system, because they will all be destroyed. This had already been planned a long time ago.
Lasana, I must do something. I must save you, save whoever I can.
If you were far from the system when the battle began, it is because you were not destined to perish like us. You do not have to feel bad. Everyone in Armak knows who you are. For us, our path ends here. Remember, we are no one to question these strangers' parameters. The inhabitants of Galliux made their plan of domination a long time ago in total darkness. They knew that Galliux included would be destroyed in the war, but they already had many more planets that they were colonizing and had already begun to inhabit. I mean, Galliux didn't matter either. Good luck, my friend, but if you survive, always remember our doctrines and...
And so, after the devastating battle, Zarduf's home was reduced to ashes. Only a cloud of asteroids remained where one of the most developed civilizations in the galaxy had once existed, leaving Zarduf in outer space completely alone and adrift, only as the only witness and survivor. The sound of the ship's supercomputer brought Zarduf out of his thoughts.
Communications with planets, ships, or living beings have ceased, or perhaps have been deliberately closed. It is impossible for me to detect signals from any of the planets in the nearby sectors. What I can detect is an interstellar scanner. That I have activated a quantum barrier to divert the scanner signal. It could be Ambassador Varric or the Galaxians searching for surviving ships.
What objective would they have for them to track a solitary ship wandering through space with a single survivor? They already have everything they wanted to destroy what took us countless millennia to build. Even I am doomed. What would be the point of trying to survive here? I don't even have a planet to go to.
For some unknown reason, you became the only survivor, a reason that not even I am able to understand. But as always it has been, and as you know, Zarduf. My mission and sole objective has always been to take care of the ship and the occupants of it. As you can understand, my mission now is that you remain alive until you find a habitable and safe planet to ensure your survival and that of the ship and what is stored in it.
And what options do I have left? The sectors of the galaxy that have been explored do not offer habitable planets for me. The ones we know of are already dominated by Varric or the Galaxians.
Zarduf, you are right. Inside this ship, it would be impossible to survive in the current conditions. But I have the technology to be able to extend your existence for an indefinite period of time until you find a place in this galaxy to be able to survive. Zarduf, how do you know planets to support intelligent life are too scarce, and there are places in it that have never been explored yet. Although I have never been to those sectors, I have detailed information about the entire interstellar system, and I was able to navigate through it. In addition, the ship is fully equipped to undertake a trip this long. I cannot predict how long it will take or if it will be successful, because multiple factors could end this journey. But we know very well that there are more habitable planets similar to ours that you could live on.
Zarduf stayed meditating, trying to find a solution, where he knew very well that he had nothing to do. And finally he asked the computer, "Okay, what should I do?"
I have already been able to design a route that is safe to pass undetected. It extends many thousands of light years away. I will have to use intergalactic tunnels or strands that join sectors of the galaxy, because the distances are too long. For if you survive, it will be necessary to place yourself in a form of suspended animation so that your body will never be corrupted and remain completely healthy in any way. But to achieve all this, I must inject into your system a group of nanomachines or nanobots that will keep you perfectly well. But using this technology has variants. I cannot predict how long. You will live after you wake up. It could be thousands of cycles, or it could be millions, or maybe it could be forever. Everything depends on thousands of factors, but Zarduf, this is the only way.
Zarduf knew very well that there was no other option, and he proceeded to do what his computer proposed. There was no turning back. Zarduf now depended on this technology to have a little hope.
Once I am in this eternal suspended animation, what will happen? Where do you plan to go? What route will we follow?
The computer, while making preparations to supply the nanobots to Zarduf, answers this last question.
The least explored sector of the galaxy, and that has aroused the least interest for future explorations. It is located at about 26,000 cycles at light speed, although the ship is not that big. It is equipped for long trips. But I will have to make adjustments to the propulsion system, since we will travel through tunnels, strands, and space holes that are impossible to predict. Even with our technology, cosmic energy is unpredictable. As I told you before, I have detailed information on several planetary systems that could harbor life. I don't know if we will find intelligent life, but we hope to find a safe planet.
Zarduf entered the chamber to undergo the suspended hibernation procedure. He knew that there were no more options. But even when he felt that his body and mind were sinking into that thick sleep in his mind, there was a question. Why me? Why did he save me? What is there in this ship that makes the computer's brain insist on keeping me alive? But without further analysis, Zardof was left at the mercy of the ship, of that faithful artificial intelligence, and of his ship that perhaps he would never know, that would take him to his uncertain final destination. The computer began to plot the destination, just as it had been explained to Zardof. From now on, this artificial intelligence would be the guard of that ship and everything that travels inside. Thus, it would remain unabated until now. To find a lost planet, from now on, you wouldn't know what the cosmos would have in store for them.